Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. It is Sunday at 8 o'clock Pacific, and that means the one and only and world famous Todd Baldwin is with us. How you doing, sir?
World famous. I don't know about that, but thank you for having me on.
Well, once you get featured on CNBC, I think that qualifies as world famous. I would suspect there are some folks in every country that know who Todd Baldwin is. So yeah, you are world famous, whether you like it or not.
I'll take it.
There you go. Well, hey, buddy, one thing I did with most of my experts probably a year ago today is I took them through an exercise I call choices, right? I created this. I put it inside my cheap $99 course about getting your money right. And we're just going to go through it together because I believe in giving things and kind of doing it by example. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up a spreadsheet. It's called choices. We're going to go through, I forget, 8 or 10 tabs. And then we're going to basically see the end results, right? So to set this up, Todd, we're going to ask you for a point in life you could do today, or maybe you want to go back and talk about when you were still working. What time frame do you want to kind of set for folks before we pull up the spreadsheet?
Yeah, I can go back to let's say 2016 when I was working a job and living with roommates.
Perfect. Let's try to answer all of these questions as Todd in 2016. You ready?
Okay.
All right. So here we go. We'll just do our best. Use round numbers. It doesn't have to be super specific, but hopefully you can see this now. Right. So the largest expense for most folks is housing. The beauty of your story, again, in 2016, is you had roommates. And we had one other house hacker do this with us, and it was shocking. So what every column or every worksheet, we'll do this one in detail, will be is column B as in boy. That's what you are paying. So in 2016, what was your housing cost?
It was -1,000 because I was living for free, and my roommates basically paid with all the rooms rented out. They paid an additional $1,000 a month.
So that's exactly where Dion was, or at least Dion had a negative number here as well. Is there any way you could have lowered that, or that was you were at the bare minimum?
I could have raised rent on people, but I personally don't believe in raising rent, so I didn't do that.
All right, so we'll just leave this as a -1,000. And then 2016, Todd Baldwin, what was your Mac Daddy belief? Like when you were all said and done and retired and living high on the hog, what do you think your housing expense, or what did you envision your housing expense might have been?
Probably either paying cash for like a $3 million house or financing it with cheap interest. So if that was the case, maybe 25,000 a month.
Ooh, 25 grand. There we go. Okay. And again, probably, I'm guessing no roommates at this point.
Oh, no.
All right. So let's go back and look at Todd Baldwin 2016. What was your transportation costs? Gas, insurance. It doesn't necessarily have to be a car payment, although some people did have car payments.
I did not have a car payment, but I did have gas and insurance. So let's say like $200 a month.
Okay.
My wife and I shared a car, so that cut down on a lot of expense. Yeah,
you're living pretty frugally in 2016. So there probably wasn't much way that you to go lower than 200, I would guess.
No.
Okay. All right. So now let's go Mac Daddy. You got a couple of cars, no doubt. You got a toy or two. What do you think your automobile costs would be when all said and done?
I'll say maybe bump it to 500. I'm never going to have a car payment. So the only thing I'm going to be paying for is maintenance, but my next car will be electric anyway. So I probably won't be paying for gas.
All right. Not a car. Okay. No problem. I like it. Food. Right. Both groceries, eating out, all of those things. What were you spending in 2016? You weren't married yet. You were still dating?
We were dating, but my girlfriend and I think we were engaged by then. We were living in the same house together, and we bought all our food together. I'm an avid secret shopper, so I actually got most of my food for free. So let's say $100 a month for food.
That is the lowest I've ever heard of. Folks, if you're not following Todd Baldwin on his channel where he talks about secret shoppers, you are missing out, especially if we go into a recession. A lot of you should be looking at this. So again, I'll let Todd's channel and help there. That's a crazy number. I spend that, dude. I spend that a meal. You're doing it for a month. Really? $100 a month?
Yeah. I mean, I did one where I went to Trader Joe's to get groceries, and I got paid $300 to buy $70 worth of groceries. So oftentimes I was making a profit on the food that I was eating.
All right, there you go. All right, we're gonna put 100 as a minimum because you were living. The thing I love about this choices is you are living pretty close to as frugal as you could be, at least so far. So
Yes.
and then high end, like, okay, you know, you're Mac Daddy, you're going to Whole Foods all the time and Trader Joe's or whatever, going out to eat. I don't know if you and your wife like to go out to eat.
All the time. We go out to eat all the time. I would say, God, you know, maybe $1,000 a month. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but like,
dude, I spend $1,000 a week on eating out. That's like that's the vice Olivia and I have. We probably spent $300 yesterday eating out.
So I think the difference is I don't actually love fancy food. Like dude, Red Robin, I'll go there all the time and I'll spend like $27, right? But like a fancy, the last time I took my wife to a fancy pants steakhouse, first of all, we spent $700 on the meal and then she threw up immediately.
Oh shit, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good. All right, entertainment. This could be all your, you know, Netflix and movies and concerts and travel and, or actually vacations is next, sorry. But anything entertainment related. What were you spending in 16?
I did have Netflix and Hulu. I'll say $50 a month.
Okay. Again, we'll take that down to, that's kind of the minimum. And then high end, you're living high on the hog, all that.
I guess $1,000 a month.
Okay. All right. Vacations. We're gonna find your vice eventually. What were you spending on vacations in 2016?
In 2016, not much. Let's say $300 a month.
Okay. You could take it to zero if you had to.
I could take it to zero. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, most people can. All right. And now married, got kids on the way. What are we spending, you know, vacation wise?
Probably like 20,000 a month.
Love it. We finally found your vice, the thing you enjoy doing. I was like, damn, what's this guy doesn't eat, doesn't entertain himself? What the hell? Kids are not, so you had 0 kids.
Correct.
And you can't get less than 0, but your wife is pregnant with your first, probably, knock on wood, have more than one, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, we're thinking about 4 actually. What's so funny, Mike?
That's not going to be 0.
Oh yeah, not at all.
That's going to be expensive.
Yeah, and they're going to go to private school, and the one in our area is like 30 grand.
All right, well,
year per kid.
So you're spending 20 grand a month on kids? 10?
Easy,
20,
easy,
okay.
Probably more.
All right, we'll go 25. 4. That physically hurt me when you said 4. I raised 1, and I'm like, oh God, that all times 4. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm sorry. I had a moment of freak out there.
No worries.
Okay, kind of, do you have a hobby and books and supplies? It's kind of a catch-all for other stuff.
Yeah, let's say $100 a month then. And I don't know, maybe $500 a month now.
Okay.
Or the highest end, I should say.
Right. Exactly. Yep. Insurance, obviously have it. What did you have it in 16? I'm guessing.
I did, and I actually have a lot of insurance. So probably, yeah, I would say 500 today. I really couldn't go to 0 because I had a lot of properties.
Okay.
And I would say, yeah, around $1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
You and the wife like clothes?
Nope.
Well, okay. In 16, spending.
I don't know. Frick. I have like 1 pair of pants and like 3 pairs of shirts.
All right. We'll go $100.
Yeah.
How about the wife? Does she want to flex a little bit now that y'all got some money? Kids clothes, dry cleaning.
Kids clothes for sure, but no, my wife isn't into designer clothes or anything like that. So I have no idea what kids clothes are going to cost, but I'm sure we can bump that up.
All right, we'll just put 500. Cheap. And I don't know what else is. Oh, other. Do you want to put charities or pets or?
Oh yeah,
other
sure.
Stuff we haven't done. 16.
In 2016, it was 0.
Okay. All right.
The high end, I mean, I do give a lot of to charity now. Let's put $5 grand a month.
Okay. So again, that's the end of this. This is really most people, I recommend they do this. They do it with their significant other. You basically look at what you're doing today. You look at what you could sacrifice. And then the whole idea is you can also envision the future, right? The third column here is for you to get on the same page, right? All of this really is to get on the same page. Then you're going to understand what you can sacrifice. And then you look like what you're working towards. So do you have any idea what your Mac Daddy monthly expenses are going to be?
A lot, probably like 50 grand a month.
Yeah, let's see. So here we go. $79,500.
Yeah, even more. All right, 80 grand a month.
Dude, that's $960,000 after taxes.
Yeah.
That's after taxes.
Yeah.
So that is crazy. And again, the amazing thing for me is column C. You were living as close to zero as you could. And again, this goes to show you the power of house hacking, living for free, in this case, being paid to live there. It shows you the power of being creative, right? You were basically getting food for basically free. You were being paid to go to restaurants because of secret shoppers. Really, your most crazy expense was insurance because you were protecting your assets. This right here, this choices exercise just shows you what's possible. This is done in 2016. You could do it again if you had to, right? Start over kind of question. This is amazing. I mean, people need to follow you on YouTube to get this. This is amazing. How many of you just you're living on $350 a month? Yeah, round it up to 1,000. Let's say we forgot some stuff. $1,000 a month, really, because you took advantage of house hacking. If you are in your 20s or single in your 30s and you're not seriously consider house hacking as the cheat code to wealth, getting on the property ladder, you're not paying attention.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's the best way. I mean, I think it's the only way for young people. I mean, frankly, it's the only way a lot of young people can afford it. But it's also, even if you can afford to go ball out, like what we're filming in right now, a lot of people know, some people don't, is a duplex. And although we no longer live with roommates, we do rent out the other half and a converted garage apartment. So although I don't get paid $1,000 a month anymore, I do live for free. I live 100% for free. And housing is your biggest expense. And if you can drop it to zero, it's a game changer.
Game changer, game changer. So folks, again, if you want to do this exercise, you can either copy, pause the video you have here. If you want to get this and a lot of other great stuff in a cheap $99 course, you can find it on my website, One Rental at a Time, or the show notes. It's called Get Your Money Right. It has extra content from amazing folks like the Lumberjack put his monthly budget and things of that nature. So it's all there. We're trying to help. You got to get your foundation right so you can go get that $80,000 life. That's $80,000 a month, folks. That's pretty impressive. All right. Any closing thoughts?
I'll just say, house hacking is, none of that $80,000 a month would even be possible if I didn't first house hack. So put it that way. Not that has to be your goal, but it is a total game changer.
Yeah, I can't. $350 a month. You could drive for Uber and pay $300 and make $350 a month.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You could have a YouTube channel and make $350 a month.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you monetize pretty much every aspect of your life, whether it's housing, food, entertainment, what have you.
Secret shopper is such, first off, house hacking, right? Whack the biggest expense. Secret shopper for the stuff you would do anyway. Genius. Genius.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Cool, man. Thanks again.
Thank you.